Assalamu alaikum. كيف حالكم? How are you all doing? Today we are going to learn about the most controversial letter in the Arabic language. And it's controversial because it's pronounced in many different ways. But we are going to learn about the standard way of pronouncing it. It's a difficult letter to pronounce for English speakers because there is no equivalent for it in the English language. But we are going to learn in details how to pronounce it, and we are going to learn how to write it as well and to practice reading in the end. Okay, if you remember, Daad is the second twin of two letters, okay, Sad and Daad, and both of them are somehow difficult to pronounce. Last time we learned about Sad, okay, and today we are going to learn about Daad. As you can see here, they have the same main shape. The only difference is that Daad has a dot above it, okay. That's the only difference between both of them. Okay. Okay, as Sad, Daad as well, you can break it to three different parts, as we said last time. So we can see here a horizontal line, a dome, and a half a circle, all attached to each other, and we will add a dot above it. And in standard writing, as we said before, there is it's diamond shape, the dot. Okay, let's go now to the pronunciation. Okay, as usual, Daad, you can see how it's pronounced. Of course, it's not like D in English language. It's different. One of the hardest letters to pronounce, to be honest, even for Arabic speakers, because most of the Arabic dialects, they don't pronounce it in the right standard way. It's a heavy, full and thick sound. It's somehow a combination between da and dha, okay, between dal and dha. That's why it's somehow difficult to pronounce. Dha, okay. Let's learn how to pronounce it in details. First of all, you have to know that it's pronounced from the upper palate, okay? It's pronounced from the upper palate, okay? Not, you don't use your lips while pronouncing it. You don't use your lower palate at all. Okay, let's see here. This is the upper palate. As you can see here, we have a yellow part and a green part, okay? The yellow part should be touched with your tip of tongue, okay? Your tip of tongue should be touching the yellow part over here, okay? Without any pressure, just touching this part, okay? While the green parts should be touched and pressured by the sides of your tongue. As you can see here, you can move one side of your tongue to the right or the left, or you can press on the two sides, whatever is easier for you, you do it. If one side is easier, if you want to press the two sides, it's okay. So again, your upper palate and your tongue. The tip of your tongue should be touching this yellow part behind the front teeth, and the sides of your tongue should be touching with pressure, okay, the sides of your upper palate, okay, next to your upper teeth, okay. And then you try to press air you try to press air while pronouncing this letter. Okay, let's agree that if you don't follow these steps in details, you will pronounce it in a wrong way. For example, if you press the yellow ones only without the sides, you will get a gruffy D, and this is not how we pronounce the Daad, okay? But I know it's hard, it needs a lot of practice for an English speaker, but with practice you can do it, okay? It will need a lot of practice, but in the end you will be able to pronounce it or very close to it, so keep practicing. Okay, so with each other, let's try to say eld, 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 ضا, 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 eld, eld, eld. Again, the tip of the tongue touching the yellow area in the upper palate. The right or the left or both sides of the tongue should be pressing the upper palate, okay? While making the full and thick sound of Daad, okay? Eld, 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 ضا, ضا, eld, eld, ضا. Okay, keep practicing. Maybe you will need to record yourself pronouncing it and compare your pronunciation with the right pronunciation. Keep practicing, and I'm sure that you will be able to pronounce it in the end. Okay, now let's see how to read it with different تشكيل or حركات. If you remember, we have three main ones: فتحة, كسرة, and ضمة. فتحة produces the A sound, كسرة E sound, and ضمة U sound. Okay, so this one, try to say it. ضا, ضا, ضي, ضي, ضو, ضو, ضا, ضي, ضو. Okay, ضا, ضي, ضو. Okay, let's see these examples with different حركات. ضوء, 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 ضوء. ضوء means light. The second one, ضرس, 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 ضرس. ضروس, ضروس. ضروس. ضوء, ضرس, ضروس. ضوء, ضوء, ضرس, ضروس. Okay. Now let's learn how to write it isolated and connected. As usual, Arabic letters are written differently if they are isolated or if they are connected, because in Arabic the letters of the word are connected with each other by a small horizontal line. It's the same as Sad, the only difference is that we will add a dot above it. Okay, so if you remember, it's consisted of three parts mainly. Okay, the horizontal line, and this is written on the line. Okay, and then the dome. Okay, and then the half circle. Okay, attach it to each other, and then we just add a dot above it. Then we have dot. If there was no dot, then it's Sad. Okay, or you can start with the dome. Okay, so you write or draw the dome, then the horizontal line, then the half circle or the upside down C, and then the dot above it, Daad. Okay, so again, like this. Okay, this is Daad isolated. If you want to write it connected, we just remove the half circle, but we will keep this little like remnant of the half circle, and we will attach to it the little connection in Arabic, which is the horizontal line. Okay, so connected, it would be like this. Okay, and we connect it to whatever letter after. But if we have a letter before, we will just extend another small horizontal line before, and we write it before it. Okay, so this is la, isolated and connected. As you can see here, connected, there should be a half circle here. We removed it to connect it with this small connection to whatever letter after. In the middle, there is a connection before, a connection after, and in the end, there is no letter after, so there is no reason to remove the half circle, so we keep it, and we just attach the connection before it and attach it to whatever letter before, and we keep it in the end of the word as if it's isolated, only with a little connection. So again, let's imagine that we have ba in front of Daad. Okay, this is ba connected. Then we draw da, okay, after it, and let's imagine there is ta after it. It would be like this. Okay, so this is la connected. Now let's practice reading together, okay, with different words that have la in it. First, let's see words that have la in the beginning. Let's see. There is our letter la in the front, and it has fatha above it, so it would be pronounced like la. And then it's attached to a letter, a vertical line attached to the letter before, not to the letter after, so this is alif. And then this beautiful curved letter, it's ra. Let's try to pronounce it together. Dar, 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 dar. Dar means harmful. Okay? For example, let's imagine the same word but with dal. Do you remember the letter dal? Dal is more or less pronounced like the letter D in English. Okay, so let's imagine the same letter, the same word, but with dal in the front instead of da. Okay, so it would be dar, dar, dar. Okay, can you notice the difference? Dar. This is dar and this is dar. Dar, 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 dar. Okay. Another word with la. Okay. La in the beginning has fatha, so la. Then attach it to this beautiful curved letter. This is ra, and if you remember, ra is attached to the letter before and not to the letter after, just as alif. Ra has fatha, so ra, and this boat with the paddle below, this is ba, with fatha in the end, so ba. Why does it has fatha or vowel in the end? Because this is a verb, not a noun. Okay, this one is a noun, and the noun always has no vowels in the end of the sentence. Okay, but the verb has a vowel or a tashkil or a harakat in the end letter, on the end letter. Okay, so here let's try to pronounce it. ضرب 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 ضرب. Okay, ضرب ضرب. Okay, this is ض in the beginning. Okay, let's see these two words with ض in the middle. Okay, again, this curved letter, beautiful, not attached to the letter after. This is ra, has kasra below, so ri. Then our letter ض, and then this vertical line, this is alif. ض has fatha above, so ض, let's try to pronounce it. ri ض ض رضا 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 رضا. Okay, رضا رضا رضا. Okay, رضا. Okay, this one, the curve attached to horizontal line, it's one of the triplets. Jim ha ha has no dots above or below, so this is ha. Has fatha, so ha, attached to ض, and ض is attached to this beautiful letter in the end, ra. Okay, again, it's a noun, that's why ra has a vowel or a haraka, ra. Let's try to pronounce it. حضر 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 حضر. Okay, حضر. Okay, perfect. Let's see these two words with ض in the end. So let's see this word. Here we have the vertical line with hamza above. This is alif, and it has fatha, so a, not of course attached to the letter after. This is the curved beautiful letter. This is ra. Okay, again, not attached to the letter after, they have the same rule. And ra has this circle above, which is sukun, means no vowels while pronouncing ra in this word. And then in the end, our letter ض. Okay, let's give it a try. A r ض أرض 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 أرض. Okay, أرض means earth. أرض means earth. Okay, let's see this word. We don't know the first letter yet. This is عين. Okay, a. Then attached to the vertical line, attached to the letter before, not the letter after. This is alif. Then ra with fatha, and in the end ض. Okay, with fatha because it's a verb, not a noun. So ra ض عارض عارض عارض. Okay, عارض أرض عارض. Okay, عارض. Okay, this was all for today. I know it's not easy to pronounce but practice, record yourself and compare, work on it. Of course, it may be hard to pronounce it exactly like native speakers or as Arabs do, but close to it is perfect as well. And remember that that's not an easy letter even for Arabs. Like in our dialects, we don't even pronounce it in the perfect standard ways. You will see that in some countries they pronounce it as dal, other countries pronounce it as va, and it's a controversial letter, so of course it's not easy to pronounce even for us, but practice makes perfect. Don't forget to like this video, comment if you have any questions, and subscribe to see new videos. See you next time, and thank you so much for watching. See you.